So, very good evening, children. Welcome back to Akshar Online Classes, IIT and NEET Foundations. So, today we will discuss about that characteristic features of the science. What is a science? What are the characteristics of the science? Okay, shall we discuss? Yes? Yes. So, now characteristic features of the science. Okay, so science is a very wonderful subject, very greatest subject. So there is no science, there is no life. Okay, so that's why science is a very important subject to everyone. So characteristic features of the science. First point, science is an accumulated and systematized body of knowledge. What is that? Science is an accumulated and systematized body of knowledge. Science is an organized common sense. Science is an organized common sense. Next, science is a way of life. That means how we can live in the society. Okay, so third point is science is a way of life. These are all the characteristic features of the science. Next, science is a search of truth. Science only believes the truth. Okay, so science is a search of truth. Science is a product. Science is a product. Science is a process. Science is a process. Scientific statement expresses the discovery of the truth. Scientific statements expresses the discovery of the truth. There is an objective proof or evidence for each scientific statement. Compulsory, each and every scientific statement, evidence is there. There is no evidence, there is no proof, science cannot believe. So that's why in that science, everything evidence is required. Scientific statements are the systematic. Every scientific statements are the systematic. They are organized manner. And scientific laws leads to correct prediction of future development. Okay, so they are not bound to that what are the statement now given. After if it is later it is wrong, then they can change. So that means scientific laws leads to correct prediction of the future development. So these are the characteristic features of that science. Continuation. Next, scientific statements are applicable to the future research and practical life. Very important point. Scientific statements are the applicable to the future research and practical life. Science is a systematized learning. Science is a systematized learning. Science depends on the observation and experimentation. Science depends on observation and experiments. Science is a cumulative knowledge. Science is a cumulative knowledge. Science develops the scientific attitude. So, if you are thinking science, that leads to the scientific attitude. Okay, science develop the scientific attitude. Science develop the scientific method. What we are thinking, what is the way of life, what you are thinking, that is science always develop the scientific attitude or science develop the scientific method. Science is an organized study of knowledge which is based on the experimentation. Very important point. Science is an organized study of the knowledge which is based on the experimentation. So science always do the experiments. If the experiment is correct, then that is belief. If that experiment is wrong, that is wrong. So experiments, always science do the experiment. If it is correct, then it is belief. If it is wrong, not belief. Next, science is a tool for searching truths of the nature. In the nature, what is the truth? What is the correct? What is the wrong? Only that science believe the truths on the nature. Next, science is the way of exploring the world. We are gaining the knowledge from the science only. There is no science, there is no knowledge. All the knowledge we can gain from the science only. So that's why science is the way of exploring the world. Science is the way of the exploring the world. These are all the characteristic features of a science. These are all the characteristic features of a science. Next, science is a process of thinking. In your mind, what you are thinking, that is nothing but science. Okay. So what you are thinking, that is nothing but science. So science is a process of the thinking. Very important point is, questioning is the primary or fundamental step in the scientific thinking. Okay, if you are developed that scientific attitude, if you are developed the scientific thinking, first step is the very important, most important thing is the question. Why? What? How? Questioning is the primary or fundamental step in the scientific thinking. If you are not asking to the question, there is no question. That means there is no scientific attitude. Okay, there is no scientific thinking. So this is the very important. Questioning is the primary or fundamental step in the scientific thinking. Okay, so these are all the characteristic features of the science. Are you understand? These are all the characteristic features of the science. Next, science word derived from the Latin language. Most of that, you know very well, most of the words we are derived from that Latin language or Greek language. But science word derived from the Greek language only. Science derived from that Latin language, that is scientia or scire. Science derived from the science word derived from the Latin language, scientia or scire. Scientia means, what is the meaning of the scientia? Scientia means knowledge. Scientia means knowledge. So different countries, they are getting to the gain of knowledge in the different manner. But in our country, especially in our India, we are gaining the knowledge from the Vedas. Okay, Vedas are giving to the lot of knowledge to us. Okay, so in our country, Vedas means knowledge. These are all the knowledge we were gained from the Vedas only. Okay, Vedas given important and useful information to us. How many Vedas are present in our country? 4 types of the Vedas are present. One is the Rig Vedam, second one is the Sama Vedam, third one is the Atharvana Vedam, fourth one is the Yajur Vedam. So GK, general knowledge. So how many Vedas are present? What is the answer? 4 types of the Vedas are present. What are they? Rig Vedam, Samavedam, Atharvana Vedam, Yajurvedam. So these are all the characteristic features of that science. Science word derived from the Latin language, that is scientia or scire. This scientia means knowledge. In our country, Veda means knowledge. We are gaining the knowledge from the Vedas only. Vedas are the Vedas given important and useful information. Next, so in that science, biology is the one of the part of that science. In that science, biology is the one of the part. Okay, so myself, Johnson, biology teacher. Okay, biology word derived from the Greek language. Biology is the branch of science. It deals with the living things like plants and animals. Plants and animals. Okay, biology word derived from the Greek language. Science word derived from which language? Latin language. But biology word derived from the Greek language. Bio means life. Bio means life. Logos means study of. Study of. Biology, study of the living organisms. Biology, study of the living organism like plants and animals. Plants and animal. Biology word first time used by the Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Biology word first time used by the Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Okay, so especially biology is the branch of science. It deals with the plants and animal. Okay, here study of the plants are called botany. Study of the plants are called botany. Study of the animals are called zoology. Study, especially biology is the branch of science. It deals with the plants and animals. Study of the plants are called botany. Study of the animals is called zoology. Now, especially in that, what are the branches are present? Branches of biology. Branches of the biology. Biology is divided into the several branches. This division can be made at least 3 different ways. First one is the in terms of the major kinds of organism. First one is the in terms of the major kinds of the organism. In that, especially we can study botany, zoology, anthropology. Anthropology. Okay. Next, first one is the botany. What is the botany? Botany means the study of the plants. The study of the plants is called botany. The study of the plant. Especially we can study in the plants, that is called botany. And second one, zoology. The study of the animals is called zoology. The study of the animals is called zoology. Here, human biology or anthropology. 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 Okay. So human biology or anthropology. Human biology means the study of the human as a living organism and his relationship with the other living organism. So what are the interaction with that human being and other animals? That is studied in that human biology. So the study of the human and their interaction with the society comes under the anthropology. Anthropology. The study of the humans and their interaction with the society comes under the anthropology. In that general question, anthros means man, logos means study, especially anthropology study of that human beings only. Next, second, in terms of the special group of the organism. So bacteriology, what is the meaning of the bacteriology? Study of the bacteria. Study of the bacteria. So very smallest organisms in the living organism. Okay, actually bacteria. Very smallest in that general question, GK question, what are the smallest organisms means you can write mycoplasma or PPL. Mycoplasma or PPL. Okay, here bacteriology means what? Study of what? Bacteriology, study of the bacteria. You know very well, some of the useful bacteria and harmful bacteria, you know very well. Curd making with the help of the bacteria, lactobacillus. Okay, so cholera, typhoid, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, these are all the diseases caused by the bacteria. Okay, so bacteriology means what? Study of the bacteria is called bacteriology. Virology, study of the viruses is called virology. Study of the viruses. Here, very important point is, viruses is the very smallest unit. Viruses only we can see them with the help of the electron microscope. But bacteria we can see with the help of the microscope. Who discovered the microscope? Anthony van Leeuwenhoek discovered the microscope. Anthony van Leeuwenhoek discovered the microscope. Who discovered the electron microscope? Knoll and Ruska. Knoll and Ruska. Next, virology means study of that viruses is called virology. Next, mycology. Mycology means study of the fungus. Study of the fungus is called mycology. Here, next, phycology or algology. Phycology or algology means study of the algae. Study of the algae is called phycology or algology. Study of the algae is called phycology or algology. Next, entomology. Study of the insects. Study of the insects is called entomology. Very important GK question. In the animal kingdom, which of the number is the largest animal kingdom is the Arthropoda phylum. In the Arthropoda phylum, jointed legs are present. Most of the insects are present in the Arthropoda phylum. Okay, so entomology, study of the insects is called entomology. Next, ichthyology. Ichthyology is a branch of science. It deals with the study of the fishes. Study of the fishes is called ichthyology. Next, herpetology. Herpetology means study of that reptiles. Next, herpetology. Herpetology means study of the reptiles like lizard, snakes. These are all the belongs to that reptiles. Study of that reptiles is called herpetology. Study of the reptiles is called herpetology. Next, most of the competitive exams it will come ornithology. Study of that birds is called ornithology. Study of the birds is called ornithology. Ornithology means study of the bird. This is the second exam. Next, in terms of approach on the studying it. In terms of approach on the studying it, first one is the anatomy. Anatomy. Anatomy means, what is the meaning of the anatomy? The study of the gross structure of the organ in an organism as seen in the dissection. When we can cut the organism, what are the parts are present? So that is called anatomy. We can see that anatomy, that is a branch of science. When we can do the dissection, what are the internal organs are present, okay, that is we can study in the anatomy. Next one is the morphology. What is the morphology? Internal structures and external structures of the organism we can study, that is called morphology. Okay, the study of the forms and structure of the plants and animals. That means in our surroundings only two types of the living things are present, that is nothing but plants and animal. Okay, in the plants and animal, especially understanding and interpretation of the structure, both the external and internal. Okay, for example, you can see that ear, external organ, heart, internal organ, kidney, internal organ. Okay, this hands, external organ. So that means both the external and internal organ. Sometimes students wrongly consider morphology to be concerned with the study of the external parts only. That is wrong. Internal and external parts we can study in the morphology. Morphology is a branch of science. It deals with the living things like plants and animals, internal organs and external organs. Okay. Next, histology. Histology means study of the tissues is called histology. You know very well. Okay, all the living organisms are made up of cells. All the living organisms are made up of cells. Cell is the fundamental unit of the life. Cell is the basic unit of the life. Cell is the structural functional unit of the life. Cell is the building block of the living organism. Okay, all the cells united to form a tissues. All the cells united to form a tissue. Study of the tissues are called histology. Histology. The study of the minute structure of the tiny bits of the body of the tissues level as seen with the help of the compound microscope. That means you are keeping your mind histology. Study of the tissues called histology. Study of the tissues are called histology. Next, cytology. Cytology. What is the meaning of the cytology? Cytology means study of the cell. Study of the cell. You know very well. Biology is a branch of science. It deals with the plants and animals. It deals with the plants and animals. So these are the plants and animals are made up of cells. Plants and animals are made up of cells. Okay, so study of the cells is called cytology. Study of the cells is called cytology. Next, physiology. Physiology. Physiology means the study of the metabolism of the organism and their parts. Metabolism means nothing but all the life process. That means digestive system, nutrition and respiration, transportation, excretion, nervous system, endocrine system, okay, reproduction, all the life process. What are the metabolic activities are occurs inside the plants and animals we can study in the physiology. Next, embryology, the study of the formation and development of the embryo of the plants and animal. Do you know very well? If you see the plants and animal, in the sexual reproduction is the very important and advanced method. Okay, if you see that plants and animal, male organism produces to the male gamete, female organism produces to the female gamete. These male gamete and female gamete season is called fertilization. Fertilization takes place, zygote is formed. That zygote developed into the embryo. Embryo gives rise to the new baby. Study of that embryos is called embryology. Study of the embryos is called embryology. Next, taxonomy. Next one is the taxonomy. The science of the naming, grouping and classifying plants and animals are called. It is also called systematic. So now you can see that different countries are present. If you are giving the organism different names, it is very dangerous. We cannot identify to the organism. Each and every country give the organism same name according to that Carolius van Linnaeus binomial nomenclature. Every organism must and should two names are required. One is the genus and second one is the first one is the binomial nomenclature. According to the binomial nomenclature, okay, so first one is the genus and second one is the species. According to that, human being scientific name is the Homo sapien. Homo is the genus and sapien is the species. So identify the names and classifying of the names, classifying of the plants and animals is called taxonomy. Father of the taxonomy is the Carolius van Linnaeus. Next, ecology. What is the meaning of the ecology? The study of the relationship from an organism to both its biotic and abiotic environment. Okay, in our surrounding two types of the living things are present, that is nothing but plants and animal. These are the plants and animal, these are the biotic things. These are the biotic things, they are interact with the abiotic things like water, like temperature, like sunlight, like pressure, like water. So these abiotic components are depend upon the biotic component. Biotic components are depend upon that abiotic component. Both of them interact to each other. That interact we can study in that ecology. Okay, the study of the relationship of the living organism, biotic components and abiotic components of that environment we can study of that ecology. Ecology also branch of science. It deals with that interrelationship of the biotic things and abiotic things. Next, biogeography. Biogeography, the study of the geographical distribution of the plants and animals. You know very well, you can see the kangaroos only present in the Australia. Yes or no? So tigers especially we can see in that, especially for the India. Okay, so kiwi bird we can see, especially we can see in that New Zealand. So that means distribution of the plants and animals. In that particular location only particular plant is available, particular animal is present. That distribution of the plants and animal we can study a biogeography. Biogeography. Next, paleontology. Paleontology also branch of science. It deals with that fossils. Okay, paleontology, the study of the prehistoric forms of life through the fossils of the plants and animals. You know very well, dinosaurs. Once upon a time that is present, but now it is not available. Such type of the organisms are called fossils. Fossils, study of the fossils, especially for that paleontology. Paleontology, study of that fossils are called paleontology. Next, our next one is the evolution. In that evolution is the continuation process. Evolution is the continuation process. It is occurs in the continuationally. Okay. So for example, we are coming from the monkeys. That means classification of the animal. Okay, fishes evolved, okay, amphibians evolved to the reptiles evolved to the aves evolved to the mammals. So that means every time growth and development of the organism we can see. So that means evolution, the study of the organism, and descent of the organism. Okay, so that means all the mammals are coming from that apes, all the apes are coming from the reptiles, all the reptiles they are coming from that amphibian, all the amphibians they are coming from the fishes. Okay, so that means each and every organism they can evolution is occur. Evolution is the continuation process. Okay, next, genetics. Genetics is a branch of science. It deals with that especially transmission of the body characters from the parent to the offspring. Here very important, you know very well. So exactly that characters are transferred to the parent to the progeny. Okay, so we are look like our parents. How we are look like our parents? Because of the genes are transferred from the parent to the progeny. So genetics is a branch of science. It deals with the genes and variations. Okay, so who is the father of the genetics? Gregor John Mendel is the father of the genetics. Gregor John Mendel is the father of the genetics. Gregor John Mendel was experimented on that pea plant, Pisum sativum. Okay, so genetics is a branch of science. It deals with that especially for the genes and variations. Okay, so especially in that chromosomes genes are present. Genes are the responsible for the character. Next, parasitology. Parasitology also branch of science. It deals with the parasites, especially ectoparasite, endoparasite. Okay, so that is if it is present outside of the body organism, that is called endoparasite. If it is present inside of the body of the organism, that is called ectoparasite. Parasitology means study of the parasites is called, okay, that is known as the parasitology. Next, pathology, you know very well. If you are going to that any health issues, so after doctor giving to the prescription, he given to that blood test. So on that area you can check it one pathology lab. Pathology means study of the diseases. Study of the diseases of the plants and animals. Study of the diseases of the plants and animals is called pathology. Pathology also branch of science. It deals with the study of that diseases. Next, Immunology means the science. This is also branch of science. It deals with that, especially for the immunity. That means resistance power, defense against disease. Most of the people you can observe in our surrounding. Okay, if any weather changes is occurred, generally we are getting to the viral fevers. Okay, so for example our immunity system is very strong, we are not getting to the any diseases. If your immunity system is very poor, any microorganism enter in our body and causing to the diseases. Okay, against the disease causing organism, our body produces to the antibodies. We are not suffering from the diseases. So that's why especially immunology, study of that, this is the branch of science. It deals with that immunity. Okay, next Eugenics. Eugenics means this is also branch of science. It deals with that improve the human races through the control of the heredity, especially for that. So we are especially eugenics, best qualities of the characters we can incorporate through the eugenics. Okay, next, biochemistry. Biochemistry means biology and chemistry, they are combined each other, that is called biochemistry. Biophysics, biology and physics combined with that, biophysics. These are the applied branches of the science. Biochemistry, the study of the chemicals and reaction that takes place inside the living things. One of the numerous application is the DNA fingerprinting. For example, how to identify the thieves? So we can identify thieves with the help of the fingerprinting. Okay, so fingerprintings are not matching to everyone. Okay, that is a unique feature of that. So everyone, for example, my fingerprinting not to match to anyone. Okay, so especially for that police and forensic science department identified, and thieves are identified with the help of that fingerprinting. This is also one of the branch of science, that is nothing but biochemistry. Okay, next one is these are the applied branches of that biology. In that applied branches of the biology, especially biology has the enormous application in other branches of the science. So what are that applied biology? Agriculture, especially nowadays, day by day that population is increasing of the population required to the food. So land is the constant, there is no increasing of the land. Within the particular limited land we can increase that crop yield. So with the help of that biology we can agriculture, generally we can increasing that crop yield, so that meet the people food providing. So that is also one of the branch of that biology. Next, apiculture, that is also one of the branch of science. It deals with that study of that honeybees. Generally we are getting from that honeybees honey. Okay, this is honey is a very important to the medicine also. Okay, next, veterinary science, treatment and surgery of the animals. You know very well, if the animals are suffering from the any diseases, we can consult to the veterinary department, that is nothing but veterinary science. Marine biology, study of the life in that, especially for the seas and ocean, what are the organisms are present, that is we can study in the, especially for the marine biology. Next,